Hey guys, Dean here. So this is 4 different ways, 4 lazy ways that you can actually make passive income while you sleep. But let's talk about that first, right? Now, true passive income doesn't exist. All these YouTubers who tell you, let's make some passive income while we sleep, they're either lying to you or they're just using clickbait. Everyone likes to use the word passive income. I even did in the title, right? But I'm going to preface the video by explaining it first before we continue. Now, each form of investment, any type of business or investment needs at least some form of maintenance or upkeep to actually keep it flowing, right? Nothing is completely or entirely passive. So first of all, get that ingrained in your head right now. You're not going to be sleeping like 20 hours a day and just having money flowing into your bank account by doing a few simple steps, because that's just not how reality works, right? So let's just start the video off with that on a note. Don't believe the real passive income myth. Now let me show you how you can make money semi-passively, even when you sleep. Okay, so the first one we're going to be talking about is, of course, dividend stocks. Investing long-term in stocks that pay out some kind of dividend share to shareholders who hold those stocks. That's the basic consensus of it. So let's get into that, shall we? Let's explore dividend stocks, how they work, and why they're semi-passive. So what are dividend stocks? Well, basically, these type of stocks are when you invest in them, maybe each quarter of the year or maybe annually or semi-annually. Some big companies that you invest in their stocks will give some kind of payout to people just for being a shareholder, right? Just for having stocks in their company. So these are really valuable companies just for that reason. And you may actually see some people living entirely off their dividends, which is some kind of dream for most of us, right? So how can we get started investing in dividend stocks? How can we join this rabbit race, right? First of all, we need to set ourselves up a brokerage account. So how do we do this? Well, if you're American, you're going to want to have a Roth IRA to set up. This is how you're going to invest. But if you're in the UK, or if you're from the UK like me originally, you want to set up some kind of account, which is usually an ISA. So I use what's called an ISA to actually invest in stocks. Now, I can only recommend what works for me personally because I'm not an American citizen. I'm originally from the UK. So I'm going to recommend to you the app which I use, which is Freetrade, okay? So Freetrade doesn't sponsor me, but I've been using Freetrade since like the start of the lockdown, and it's worked very well for me, and I like how the app is laid out. So if you do want to check out Freetrade, I do have an affiliate link in my description down below where you can download the app, and the bonus of you clicking my link is you can get a stock worth from £10 to £200. So you'll get a random stock for signing up and topping up your account, and in turn, I might also get a stock for a similar value. So it's mutually beneficial. If you just sign up by yourself for free, then you won't get the deal and I won't get the deal. So it works best for us, right? But Freetrade works extremely well. Now, the reason why I personally like Freetrade is most brokerage accounts, you're going to need to pay fees on each and every single trade and transaction, okay? These are brokerage fees. But Freetrade, you just pay like, I think it's like £3 or £5 a month just to own your ISA account, and all the trades are completely commission free. So you don't have to pay on each and every investment you make. You just make a monthly flat fee to keep up the account. Just kind of like how some bank accounts charge you a maintenance fee every quarter of the year, right? Very similar concept. So that's cheers from me. It's entirely on the house if you want to use my link below and get your own benefits from it, and also help me out as well. Let's talk about how you can actually get started once you've set up an account and you're ready to invest. So you want to first start researching those companies that actually pay out a dividend on their stock. Now you can type these in Google to find out which companies do support this, and you want to search for those long-term companies that have consistently, for a series of many years, been paying out dividends on their stocks to stockholders, okay? So I'm just going to give you a few examples, ones which most people tend to recommend, a lot of the big players that actually pay out a dividend. Now, I'm not going to give you the full list. You can search on Google if you want to see more, but some examples, just so you have an idea, would be things like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Lowe's, and Colgate. Just huge, big industry giants that pay out a dividend on their own stocks. So you want to buy the stocks in your portfolio, and if you can't afford a full stock, let's say like we're investing in Amazon, just as an example. Amazon stock might be like £3,000 for a full stock, okay? Maybe I can't afford that. Let's just say I have only enough to buy a cheaper stock, but on Freetrade and many apps nowadays, you can buy what's called a fraction share. So you can buy like 0.025% of a share. So you can basically buy a share which is non-complete, and you can still own a little bit of that company. So if you don't have much money to invest, you can still invest fractional shares in these stocks. And whenever your stock pays out a dividend, you'll then get paid that money into your brokerage account, okay? So it's kind of semi-passively. You just have to invest and top up your account to get more dividends the more stocks you hold, and you'll get paid out occasionally, okay? Now, some stocks, especially as is with the case of index funds and ETFs, do sometimes have ones that auto reinvest those dividends. Instead of going into your brokerage account as a figure that you can withdraw, they just automatically reinvest in more stocks for you, which snowballs your stock portfolio with the amount of shares you earn, okay? So instead of getting money that you can withdraw, they just buy more and more shares for you, and then eventually you could sell those shares instead. So this basically grows your portfolio passively with literally no upkeep or maintenance. So that's kind of a useful thing that you can do as well. Some people do actually live off their dividends solely. So if you have a job where you're making some pretty good money already and you invest in stocks, you could get a really nice return from it. I've seen people making like a few $100,000 a year or £1 million a year and just getting an insane return off it, okay? Currently, it's important to note that we are in a recession, so returns and the figures of the stock market are going to be basically at an all-time low, right? So you can choose to buy stocks now while they're low if you want to, but of course, you need to do your own due diligence because I'm not a financial advisor. But let's say you're getting like an average annual rate of return of 10% and you invest £1 million into the stock market and you get £100,000 every single year passively as dividends or just as a return, right? You're making some pretty cool money on autopilot. But stocks aren't really the best way to make money if you're already poor. Let's say that you have like an average income and you're not exactly making a ton of money. In my personal opinion, I would recommend starting up your own business and reinvesting in yourself personally and reinvest in your own business to actually first get cash flow and then use that cash flow to invest in assets like stocks to snowball and grow your money, because stocks and investing in things like the S&P 500 is very unlikely to actually grow your wealth. They're best used as a strategy to snowball the wealth you're starting to actually currently begin to make, okay? So that's an important thing to note as well. So let's now go into investing in cryptocurrency. So crypto is a very powerful financial asset, which just like stocks does actually have a great impact by the economy's certain position. So right now we're in a recession, so just like stocks, you'll see the crypto market is entirely crashed and we're in a really bad position if you're into crypto. So people who originally were purporting the myth that crypto is not impacted by the financial marketplace and the current situation of the financial market is completely wrong. Like with stocks, I'm not exactly advising you because I can't really do that, but perhaps it may be a good time to at least do some research to see if it's the right time for you to invest right now while everything has crashed, because the prices are going to be the lowest that they're going to ever be for at least for a very long time, right? So if you are not in a bad financial situation and you have money that you can spend without putting yourself in financial despair or any problems, you might want to at least research to see if you can consider to buy some stocks right now while they're low and crypto right now while it's crashed to then make a profit after the recession. So that's something which you should do your research on and think about if that's a good idea for you to do. I'd recommend first assessing your personal risk profile and seeing if you can do that. So what apps can we use to buy some crypto, hold some crypto, and invest into the crypto space? So I'm just going to recommend Coinbase. Coinbase.com is what I've used. I've used Coinbase and I've used Binance, and they both seem to work pretty well, right? Now, I have an affiliate link, yet again, not a sponsor, but an affiliate link, which helps me out if you use it. So if you use my link in the description down below to sign up for Coinbase, that will help me out personally, and it will also give you a deal just like you can with my stocks link. So basically, if you use my link, complete your account and set up of your wallet, you can claim up to like $10 of free Bitcoin completely free just by charging your wallet and completing the sign up, which you can't do if you don't use my link. If you just go on the website and sign up, you can't get that bonus. So it's mutually beneficial for both of us, right? So if you do like the free content here, you can support me by doing that. Now, if you amass a fair deal of crypto, you can exchange it for other coins and then transfer your money off the exchange that you bought it on. So in this case, Coinbase or Binance, wherever you decide to actually buy it, and onto platforms. Now, let's talk about recently, there was the FTX collapse, which was one of the biggest players or the biggest exchanges, which completely collapsed. So many people lost their money, and it also had a further dampening on the crypto market on top of the current recession, right? So let's talk about security. We don't want that to happen to us, and we don't want it to happen again if you've been a victim of that. So I'd recommend to, first of all, only invest in maybe Ethereum or Bitcoin right now, because every other coin has crashed, and those are the two ones which we can probably rely on around the most, if any at all. So do your research on that, of course. Don't listen to me. And stay away from altcoins and meme coins, because you're just going to lose big and lose all your money if you invest in stupid things. And then let's talk about borrowing websites. So I have a friend personally who I think he lends a lot of his crypto against the website BlockFi.com, and he just makes a few £1,000s a month, a few thousand euros passively just from investing a lot of his crypto. So you can use a platform like BlockFi, and it lets you lend out your currency just like a bank lends out money as a loan, and then you get interest on your crypto for holding it on their platform and allowing them to lend it. So you get a dividend just like with stocks, but from your crypto completely on autopilot. Of course, this is another thing where you have to trust the platform, trust it's not going to crash, and trust you're not going to lose your money on. But this is a great way to hedge against inflation and also gain some extra profit off the crypto portfolio that you already have. So it can be an attractive option for you to look into. So let's jump back on the security, which we were talking about before. I'd recommend to you to have some kind of offline storage method for your crypto to actually hold it on, because if we hold it on the exchange like Coinbase and Binance, and then maybe it crashes or collapses just like FTX did, then you will lose all your money. So never hold it online on an online exchange. You don't even have your own private keys to the wallets on those accounts, so you don't technically even own your crypto while it's on there. So make sure to have some kind of offline storage. This could be some kind of cold wallet, or it could be some kind of device like a Ledger Nano where you can actually have it offline on that device safely, okay? And then the only people who can actually get that is if they steal it from your house, or if they have the full code to actually enter the wallet as well, okay? And there's features on it like self-destruct, so people can't get into it, and if they try too many times, it just erases everything. So a lot of security options you can do with crypto. Crypto can be safe if you have security in mind and in place, but you need to do your own research and due diligence and understand this side of things before you get into it, because otherwise you might get burnt and you might lose a lot of money. So you really need to do your own research before investing in it, okay? Don't just watch this video and invest in it because I said so or that it was good. You need to first actually learn the space, learn the technology, and actually learn what it's all about first so you don't lose. Okay, so next up is a YouTube channel, okay? So starting a YouTube channel is definitely not passive, but like I said before, it can be semi-passive to a certain degree. If you make YouTube videos consistently over time, providing some kind of value to your audience, it will usually take you like 2 to 3 years. You can actually gain a consistent monthly income figure from your YouTube videos, okay? And it can be really, really great to just make videos and gain an income from it. This is semi-passive, although you will have to put a lot of effort into this, okay? You'll have to occasionally, at the bare minimum, occasionally or semi-occasionally or semi-regularly post content on your YouTube channel just to keep it alive. So maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. This is the bare minimum which I would advise you to do to keep your channel alive and to make sure YouTube's algorithm keeps promoting your channel instead of your channel dying, okay? Because you need to actually uphold your channel and show YouTube that you're still actually posting. Otherwise, it will eventually forget about you, or your videos might lose less traction, okay? So you do need to put effort into this. You do need to keep your channel up and stay consistent if you want to keep your revenue going as well, okay? So this isn't completely passive. You can't make one video and then just fall asleep and make money forever. It just doesn't work that way, right? So why should you listen to me with the whole YouTube thing? Well, my main YouTube channel, which is a gaming channel, I've scaled to over 100,000 subscribers, so at least I know what I'm talking about. This took me around 3 years to do, which was very slow in comparison to a lot of people. And I also made this channel, which you're watching right now, just a few months ago, and we're already starting to grow it a little bit. So I do know a thing or two about YouTube. I have completely put all of my effort into it in the past few years, so I just want to share some value on how it works. Now, all you need to do basically with YouTube is just pick a niche that you actually like, okay? Pick a niche which is kind of like a topic that you're passionate about or knowledgeable in or have some kind of vested interest in, okay? Because if you actually enjoy what you're making videos about and what you're talking about, you'll never actually give up or lose motivation when you don't actually see any views for a very long time and for the majority of the start of setting up your channel. I'd recommend creating some kind of valuable content, whether it's some kind of guides or just some kind of valuable videos which actually gives people value, helps them with a problem, or just explains something really well, or provides some kind of emotional connection from you as a person to the audience, okay? If you can combine the both, it's the perfect recipe to just explode on YouTube. When you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can then apply to YouTube's partner program to try and get monetization on your channel. This basically involves you having ads on your YouTube videos. When people watch your videos, those ads will play and you'll get a cut of the revenue, which is like 55%, and you make a pretty good living off YouTube if you get a lot of views. But this is all dependent on the amount of views you get. It's also dependent on your niche, because certain niches will pay a different rate per 1,000 views. For an example, business videos will pay so many more times than gaming videos, but gaming channels may get more views to actually make up for that. So just think about what you're interested in and just get started. So this video has already been long, so the last one we're going to talk about is affiliate marketing. Now this is not a technique that everyone can use because in my opinion you need some kind of audience or traffic to actually make it profitable. Now affiliate marketing basically involves using some kind of affiliate link, which is kind of like a special short URL that you'll get from a website's affiliate program, that when users click on it and make a purchase through your link, you'll get some kind of cut or kickback as a percentage of that sale. So you'll get a commission of it. So if I sold someone's program or product through a link that I gave and my subscriber paid for it, then I would get maybe like 10%, let's say, of that product sale. So it can be quite lucrative. Now you're probably wondering, what affiliate programs can I sign up for? Where do I even start? Well, I'd recommend starting with Amazon Associates. Amazon Associates is probably the biggest and best affiliate program out there. The reason being is you have access to Amazon's whole ecosystem. It's the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. You have the biggest catalog of products that you can actually promote using affiliate links, and there's so many content opportunities you can make if you're a YouTuber to make affiliate based videos out of. And Amazon is already trusted by literally most people in the world, so you don't really have to sell shady products and try to convince people to actually buy them. This one pairs really well with YouTube because if you have your face on the camera as well, so you have some kind of connection to your audience and a personal influence, it's going to be a lot easier to sell products. If your fans know, like, and trust you already, they may be willing to actually click your links to support you just because you've created them so much free content already without asking for anything. This is a nice source of income, especially when you have high views. So if you have a YouTube channel that's already popping and you have a lot of fans, this could be a way to actually monetize to make a little bit extra cash along with YouTube ads. When you get people to buy, you'll collectively be paid some kind of sum each month, which is based on your results. So how many sales did you make? How many products did you actually sell through your links? Okay. Many programs and services actually offer some kind of affiliate links, as well as brands who work with influencers will give influencers affiliate links, mainly because it's much cheaper for them to do and it's much more of an economic solution instead of giving people a flat fee. Let's just say I wanted to sell some sofas that I saw off Amazon. Okay. Probably not the best way to make money, but I could make a video called the top 10 sofas of 2023 and I could put all the affiliate links to the top sofas on Amazon.com, and when people click those links and they buy the sofas, I might get 10% of each sale. And that's a high ticket product, so you would probably make quite a lot of money off it, but the demand is probably less than something that's a lot cheaper. Okay, so that's going to conclude this video on the lazy ways to make money, or so-called passive income, which a lot of people are looking to do in 2023. So if you have any other ideas of how to make passive income which I didn't cover and you want to let me know about it, do tell me about that in the comments below. If you have any questions or need any help with any of these strategies, or if you don't understand the concepts, I'll be happy to reply to you about those in the comments below. All I ask for you is to subscribe and like the video, because I'm going to be putting out a lot of cool business content on this channel. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.